Hello, guys. Welcome back to another exciting episode on the show, Control or Be Controlled. Today's guest works with ambitious women who can perform under pressure but lose clarity, confidence, and stability when visibility increases. She helps them rebuild internal steadiness so they can lead without second guessing and show up with authority that holds under real pressure, not just in calm moments. Carmen, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone, and also, a nice hello from my side. Thank you that I can be here.
All right, thank you so much, Carmen. So let's get into the questions I have for you. Why does confidence tend to collapse when visibility increases?
That's something that is, very misunderstood in this world because everyone can be confident in private when really no one is watching. But when it comes to the stage, let's say you are on a stage and in front of you are 5,000 people, and then you are exposed. Then you cannot hide specific things. You cannot hide your body language. You cannot hide your pacing, what you say, and everything. You are fully exposed in that moment. And then this moment matters the most. And so many people cannot handle this moment because they think, what are they thinking about me? Will I perform well? Will they like what I say? Or will they reject me or something similar? And that is the thing that goes through the head of many people who are on stage.
All right, so what actually changes in the brain and body when pressure hits decision making?
Change in the brain is that our nervous system reacts at first. That we experience such a nervous system spike, I always say. And then anxiety maybe kicks in also, and the worst case scenario, or that we freeze in that specific moment. And then this shows also in our body language and in our gestures. What are we doing with our hands? And it always comes from the nervous system. It's always something that is the first reactor, and then comes the mindset, and then comes the knowledge. And this is also a misconception because many people think it's the mindset or it's the knowledge, but it's actually the nervous system that reacts first.
Okay, so how does dependence on external validation slowly erode personal authority?
It's something really external with validation because if we want attention from someone specifically, or if we want a specific status or whatever, we chase that. We always run after that instead of really focusing on the process, focusing on how we deliver specific things. And chasing external validation can, in the worst case scenario, cause burnout, or it really can weaken your self-worth, also your self-love. And this is something you need to overcome if you really want to deliver very well speeches, or if you want to make it big, for example. And then chasing external validation is something that you really need to get rid of. You really need to understand, okay, what is your specific identity and how can you give the audience a unique experience.
Okay, so Why does criticism land so intensely for high performance? And how do you reduce that reaction?
It's really about how you see criticism, because many people see criticism as something like rejection, or they see it as judgment. They see it as something like, oh, I did a bad job. Yeah, I didn't do this well, or I didn't do that well. And that's the first reaction always. And it's also something that, we haven't been trained in our early years to handle criticism, especially good criticism, because there are two types of criticism. The bad one, that is really about judging you, and there is the other one that is about, giving you inputs, telling you, you did this well, you did that well, but this you can improve the next time, or here's a new idea, you can work with that new idea and then deliver even better. And this is the better type of criticism that can help you improve your work, your speeches, whatever. And this one, you really need to see the positive of also the improvements you can make. And if you always see a positive thing, even in the worst case, then you can train yourself to develop even further, and to improve, for the next time.
All right. So, what does strong presence under pressure actually look like in a real world leadership?
This looks like that you are, for example, on stage, that you are in a meeting, or wherever you want to be, or in visibility, and you deliver well even when maybe pressure rises. Then you walk straight through that moment. You find maybe other solutions. If you have said something you didn't want to say, and then you say, hey, but I'm going to continue like that. You find really a solution under pressure, and you also have a stable nervous system that doesn't collapse in this moment, because I said before that the nervous system is always the first reactor of the bad moments. And if you can handle this, if you're really stable in those moments, then you can deliver even better, and people will think, wow, okay, the person is so stable, even when she or he said doesn't wanted to say that, he or she wanted to say differently, but hey, the solution is even better, or hey, that version is also well. So this is the one thing that also creates kind of like aura. And I also take as a good example here, I take Tony Stark most of the time as an example here, because if you see him on the Stark Expo in Iron Man 2, then you will notice that, he is on that stage. He does his speech, and when he walks away from the stage, then you will notice, okay, he's the same person. Then on the stage. Because many people have two personalities. They have one stage personality, and then they have one off-stage personality, for example, or off-meeting personality. And this is something that you also need to overcome, because if you really want to be stable, you need one personality, one identity, and you can always win if you really stick with this one identity.
All right. So, why do high achieving women often struggle more with visibility than capability?
They really struggle more because they think they think, okay, that visibility creates judgment, or it will decrease their reputation, or it will harm them in any way, but it actually leverages their work. So this is something, they really need to understand. But what's really what they struggle with is that, they have a fear of being seen. They think, that even the slightest mistake, is something wrong in their journey. They think they need to, they have messed it up, or they think the slightest judgment is something that really breaks everything down, and this is something that limits them, and they also haven't developed their identity fully yet, because they think, okay, I just need to focus on knowledge or on mindset, and on the mindset on a basic level, but they don't focus on their identity, because if they would really focus on their identity, then the mindset part would look a little differently, and they also haven't focused on the nervous system yet if they struggle with visibility, because like I said before, the nervous system is always the first reactor, then comes the mindset, and then comes the knowledge. So if one of those three doesn't exist, or if you haven't worked on this before, or one of those three, or even two out of three, then then you don't have to wonder why your presentation or whatever you're doing isn't fully locked in yet, because one of that is missing.
All right. What are practical ways to stop outsourcing confidence to external approval?
Practical ways here are that you really learn to audit your identity leaks, that you also unchain from validation like we talked before. But the really first thing is that you see, okay, what is something that really makes me unique? What is something that that separates me from the masses? Because we are so obsessed sometimes with taking advice from others and then taking action with that, but it isn't fully aligned always. Although it's the best expert, the best coach or whatever, but it isn't fully aligned. Because I know that from myself. Because I've worked with coaches who charged a bunch amount of money for their business coachings, but honestly, most of the strategies didn't work for me. So it's really about to find out what really makes you stand out. What is also your flaw? What are your flaws? And this is something that you need to embrace even more. And also, where do you still play small? Where do you second guess? Where do you hesitate? And if you focus on those moments, if you find out, okay, it's that reason, and that reason is because I think X, Y, Z, then you would be way further in your journey than before. That's why I'm saying this right now. And the next step would be that you unchain from validation. That you don't chase always the attention from certain people, or that you really, when you take action, that you really stay with your values, with your standards, because we all have individual standards, but many people, they cannot even stick with their own standards and break them when they want to have a specific opportunity, and that's so great and everything, but it's maybe a misalignment, but they do it anyways. That's really about, okay, breaking your standards, and that shouldn't happen. And the next part is that you ritualize your power state, that you work on your nervous system, that you train it for moments of visibility. I don't just say regulate it, I also say train it, because it's one thing to be regulated and it's another thing to train your nervous system for visibility moments. And you can do that with a simple ritual that you make every time before a visibility moment, that you stand there, breathe in 3 seconds, then hold 2 seconds and breathe out 7 seconds, and then you say an individual mantra that you want to have and that you want to embody. Yeah, like something like, okay, I am the most stable person in this room, and you do that 3 times, and then you will see a huge change, yeah, in your inner state. So those are 3 things, yeah, that you can do to create a better confidence and also stable confidence.
All right. So, if there's one thing you wish listeners to take away from this, what would you want that to be?
One thing is really that, that we really learn to stay stable more under pressure. Yeah, that we don't run away always from those moments, because not every moment of pressure is something bad. Yeah, many moments, especially when it comes to visibility or decision making, there are moments of pressure. Yeah, but those are good moments. Those are moments they can be a very good positive impact for our growth. Yeah, because if we want to make it big, yeah, if there is a person out there who wants to make it big, then you need to handle small pressure moments as well. Yeah, in front of 20 people, speaking in front of 20 people, for example. Yeah, if you want to make it big, you need to learn this. Yeah, so it's really about to work through the specific stages of visibility from low to middle until high visibility moments.
All right. So, how can listeners connect with you and learn more about what you do? technical issues. So, how
Yeah.
can listeners connect with you and learn more about what you do?
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. If you ever felt like you know what to do, but under pressure, you don't know how to show up the way you want, I created a quiz called Which Superhero Are You Under Pressure? Gives you a really clear picture of what's actually happening and how to shift it. The link to the quiz is in the show notes again. My name is Carmen Wiesinger. Thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to connect with you further.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, Ralph.